Doesn't get much better than this. Ricky Craven looking in. He hasn't decided who to go with. Not that the air would be much of a factor here, but...
Yeah, but I'll tell you what happens. When these two cars are going at it this hard, they can both get their tires in bad shape.
Trouble in 4. Rodney Combs in the fence. Jeff Burton runs into Sadler. Here comes the pack trying to get back to the line before the leaders come around. And who will be the leader? Here they come, 2 abreast. Grissom waving frantically, and everybody slows down. Butch Miller has to take the long way around. What a tough break.
When he did that, he came up 4th place. He was moved to the outside. And when he went around those cars, it moved him all the way back to 4th place.
Lap 253 is the incident. Hermie Sadler, Rodney Combs, a couple other cars involved. Let's show it to you here. Jeff Burton in the 8 was in it. Tommy Houston up there, too. Whoa.
Nose to nose right there when he turned him around. But the key was when this car, the 57, couldn't help it, he got stopped right directly in the middle of the pack. And as they came on around, the other cars just had to split them. The 3 leaders went to the inside. The leader, which was 75, went outside, and he dropped back to 4th place.
Okay, did I say Sadler? That's Jason Keller, who's involved in 57, the South Carolina driver. 45 laps to go. The field keeps getting a little bit thinner here at Hickory, North Carolina. We'll be right back live on TNN. Welcome back to Hickory. They have displayed the red flag on this race. And here's a look at the dead car park. Ernie Irvin, Dale Jarrett's cars out of this race with major damage. Rodney Combs' car has just been added to that group. And that of Bobby Hamilton. You can see all the oil they are cleaning up from Jason Keller's car.
Yeah, the reason they had the red flag, it must have knocked an oil cooler or something off the front of one of these cars and just put oil all the way across the track. And on a track this size, you just feasibly can't get the truck out there and work in between the traffic riding around, so they had to stop them.
Well, we've talked about how tough it is to come up from the back of the pack. Trouble here befell the leaders as well. Let's show you this replay one more time. We'll let this go a little further here. First, the incident.
There we see them already. Looked like the 2 white cars got together up there in front, and they stacked up. 57's going to back down right in the lane, and that's what he needed to do. He needed to lock it down there. Don't let it roll down, or he'd got in front of these other cars. But where the problem occurred, look, here comes the leaders. There was a 75, went around the car. The other 3 cars that were fighting for the position went right on the bottom, bumped him all the way back to 4th.
Well, and again, Ricky Craven was using that lapped car, that stalled car, as a pick. Butch Miller had to go around the outside. Now, this is not the wrecked cars. Well, not the really wrecked cars.
Not yet. They're waiting for the restart. They're parked on the back straightaway.
From Chuck Bound.
Here he comes up off the second turn down the back straightaway. We see right out of the left, we see Chuck throw his hand up. He sees the wreck start. He almost got it stopped. See, he got hit in the rear also. That's what I said earlier. Even though you see a wreck in front of you, you've got to try to get on through there. He shifted gears to go on, but before he did, somebody popped him in the rear anyway.
That's run through it or get run over. Well, for the first time today, we may be able to clearly hear what Glenn has to say.
Well, I hope it's worthwhile, Mike.
Yeah, I know it will be.
Something that you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm standing by with Jason Keller, rookie contender out of Greenville, South Carolina. His was the car number 57 that seems to get the worst end of that deal. Jason, glad to see you're okay, but what happened out there?
I don't know exactly what happened. I was following the 1 car there, and something must have broke on his car. I don't know, and he lost it, and I couldn't do anything to avoid it. You know, we're running pretty good. It's first time we've ever been to Hickory, so it's a tough racetrack. I never knew it was so tough. I always heard it was tough, but we're an unsponsored team. We were just trying to finish, and this really hurts us, but we'll be back in Orange County, I guess.
Well, better luck next time, and that's a tough initiation in Hickory Speedway, but take it from me, partner, you're not the only one.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Talented rookie and having a tough day of it here at Hickory. Well, folks get a little bit of a break here as they clean up turn number 4. Looks like they're not too long from getting back under racing. There's a couple of Jimmy Cope fans from Florida. He was involved in that incident out there. That was the white car way up by the wall. The Lane Co 200 comes at you live, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday, May 23rd from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. That's going to be a set your alarm clock weekend of racing. The Winston Saturday night, May 22nd. The Lane Co 200 Busch race on Sunday afternoon, May 23rd. Live here on TNN.
Got them packed in here, hadn't they, Mike?
Well, after last November's race, it's no surprise, Neil. Again, the November race here was scheduled to be the final event of the season for the Busch Series cars, but now with the snow out at Atlanta, the rescheduling of that race will make this the next to final event for 1993. There you see turn 4 on the left side of your screen, all of that speedy drive.
Here's all
they're sweeping it up.
Here's all the guys parallel parked on the back straightaway.
And doing such a nice job of it, too.
Here's Chuck. I think Chuck Bounds went to sleep on us here while he's had a little bit of a break.
Somebody better bring him a coffee.
Yeah.
A little bit crunched up there in the hood.
In this type of racing, when there is an accident, the fans got all their little signs up here.
Did you see the just married sign?
Yeah, what's he doing at the racetrack?
Yeah. We're not going to go ask him. He may be one of those guys that said, if there's a race, I'm going to be there. I hope he said that before the ceremony. There's Steve Grissom waiting this one out. Well, there they are. Now, okay, he's just married, but to whom?
I hope it's one of those ladies sitting at least close to him.
Yeah. I hope so, too. We'll hope to get this race restarted here at Hickory when we come back to the Hickory Motor Speedway. You're watching Busch Grand National Racing live on the Nashville Network. Exclusive coverage of the Mountain Dew 400 today on the Nashville Network has been brought to you by Mountain Dew. Get vertical with Mountain Dew. By Split Fire, the patented performance spark plug. It only costs more till you use it. And by Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. Well, there's somebody looking forward to Easter tomorrow. And we're getting set for a restart here. The Mountain Dew 400 is actually 2 races, 300 laps for these Busch Series cars, and 100 laps for Hickory's late model stocks. Tommy Houston's 2 sons, Andy and Marty, are both racing in that later today here at Hickory. Let's show you again the incident that put us under the red flag here. And it'll start just ahead of our camera angle on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, we heard him say that something might have happened to Rodney Combs' car. They said he turned around in front of him. See the oil in the track, the 57 got the oil cooler and the radiator knocked off of it, it looks like. That's where all the oil came in, knocked the cooler right out of the front of the 57 car. So it took so long to get it cleaned up.
Jason Keller out of Greenville, South Carolina. Then the leaders came past, and it shuffled the running order here. Steve Grissom is the race leader. Ricky Craven is second. And Butch Miller was right alongside Craven racing under green. He had to go the long way around, so he ends up 4th. Joe Nemechek nipped him on the inside for 3rd.
Got a lot of the guys pitting right now. They could not pit when that red flag was out. And this is the first lap around after they open pit road, and you see some of the top teams. See them working with air pressure here. The rule not to be able to change tires and the stagger and stuff, they just work with air pressure now.
Ricky Craven, Joe Nemechek. Then Butch Miller in 4th. Bobby Dotter in 5th. There's Mike Wallace, number 9, the 6th place car. Tom Peck, the 19, in 7th. Number 6, Tommy Houston, is 8th. David Green is in 9th position. And back in 10th, also on the lead lap, Todd Bodine, who made a pit stop, as did Chuck Bound. 1 lap to go. We'll go racing.
There's a good bit of oil dry still up in the middle of 3 and 4, but these guys are ready to go back racing. They're going to have to be careful as they get in that area of the track.
39 laps to go.
Well, this puts you in an awkward position when you're leading the race. You know you've got to get out in that oil dry, and you want to be careful, but you got guys nipping at the back bumper and want to pass, so we're going to have to see what happens as they get this thing restarted.
Well, we're going to stay under caution here because of the moving around in line on the back straightaway. 1 lap down, we've got Hermie Sadler, Hermie Sadler, Jeff Burton, and Tracy Leslie as they got relined up here. So 1 more time around to get that line up straight. 2 laps down, Jack Sprague and Joe Bessie. Shauna Robinson 3 laps down. 11 cars on the lead lap.
That's amazing right there, as small as this track is. And the way some of these leaders were stretching it out, that there's that many cars able to stay in that lead lap.